Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Hey Cosmic Girl, how you doing? Will y'all please hit the like button? Cosmic Girl, hit the like button for me, chat. Hit the like button. I see a couple of y'all in the clouds. If you don't mind, will you please hit the like button, even if you are in the clouds, honey? I hope that you guys are enjoying your day. This was supposed to be my YouTube day off, but there is a couple of things going on that I want to talk about. Hey, Darling Gibson. Hey, AK. How you doing? Like I said, there are a couple of things I want to talk about, right? And a couple of the things really tie into each other. Maybe all of it does, and that's kind of why I want to talk about it. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, let me go on here, this link, honey, and say what I got to say about what I've been seeing around here, right? And so, yesterday we talked about uh the Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives, her having to put her daughter Chantal in her place, right? And so, child, people be doing the most. Just let me say this, right? Let me tell you about YouTube, right? Let me tell you about the beef circuit. These uh developmentally delayed, dilapidated ass young people, uh disrespectful to themselves, young people, try to let me tell you why. You know what, let me go on back to my thing. So we was talking about the Jackie Christie and the Chantal, and it kind of ties into what's going on today as it pertains to age gaps, right? So this morning I was listening to Krista, just Krista over there, right? And just Krista was doing her commentary. Just Krista been on one for a while. I really don't pay attention to the lemon commentary, you know what I mean, anymore, because that is what it is, you know what I mean? And but the pretty, I think her name is Pretty Purple Rain or something like that, came up there, and she was talking about an experience that she had went through between her and ODS and Pizarro, right? She was saying, now I didn't know that this had started yesterday on Pizarro's page. But her stupid bum, ignorant, duckhead ass. Okay, but we're gonna get to, just y'all just hang with me. I'm trying to hold off with the drags so I get to my commentary, right? So anyway, she was on Krista's and she was talking about basically her feelings was hurt, right? And she didn't understand. She said her and Pizarro hadn't got to it a couple of times before, and then but she was on ODS Live, and Krista said that they thought she was gonna come up and they was gonna get her to say something derogatory about Krista. So evidently, she said she been knowing this morning. She said she had been knowing Krista for a very long time, and she remembered Krista from back in the day, right? And so she was talking about that. And I really think that her feelings was hurt. But from what I heard on ODS the other day or the other night or whenever it was, and she came up there, and I don't know if it got started because she said she had went to the hospital. Hey, Diamond B. And they were saying, well, I don't care. She went to a doctor's appointment or something like that. And they were saying, I don't care, and all this and all that. But they was really trying to make fodder out of her coming up there, right? You know how folk will try to, you hit the link with some people, they think they try to make fun of you. Now, this is a lady of a certain age, right? Now, the disrespect that some of these stupid ass content creators have for their subscriber base, which is mostly a lot of older people, is amazing to me, right? So she's up there talking today. Her and Chris up there talking about this morning, and another lady came up there talking about how they feel disrespected by some of these younger content creators. And I'm thinking the whole time, well, why do y'all keep going to them, right? Because if you really, now we are older, right? And I realize that sometimes when you grow older, you just grow older, you don't grow wiser. Sometimes even if you are older and you're wiser and you're lonely or you want somebody to talk to, you come to this internet for company or whatever, right? It don't mean that if you are a subscriber that you have to be hey almighty Isis, thank you girl, I needed that, right? It don't mean you have to be disrespected as a subscriber, right? Because if it wasn't for the subscribers, y'all please hit the like button. Please share the video, but I'm thinking about it. If it wasn't for the subscribers, these chicken heads they wouldn't have no viewers or whatever, right? So They were talking about that this morning, and I got where she was coming from. But Pretty Purple Rain, child, when they tell you they don't care, they don't care. I done told y'all YouTube is not the place for you to come on here and try to get sympathy, for you to come on here and share what's going on in your real life. Because if you do, it's gonna be used for fodder. You know what I mean? Hey, Colette Lucas, they're gonna make fun of you and your circumstances, your dead relatives, your children, your dead children, your live children, your whatever, right? And then gonna tell you to go make your funeral arrangements so you can, be in the grave shortly, right? And that's some of the things that are very disrespectful to some of these subscribers, right? Now, I am a content creator of a certain age, but I don't give a damn because I am not I am not, I'm subscribed to some of these channels so I can get a tea, but I'm not a supporter, right? And what I should say is supporter, right? Did I say hey, Almighty Isis? If I didn't, hey girl, and thank you for putting the title of my video. And Diamond B too, y'all please hit the like button, share the video, right? So anyway, she was talking, and it sounded like she was kind of shocked because I heard that exchange that she had between her and ODS yesterday on Pizarro's chat. It was talking, it was going back and forth. She said, heel towards. But he told her, don't come on my channel no more. You blocked from my channel, all of this and all that. I guess because they was having an argument and I guess it was heated. Now, he later went back and said, now on his live, after all of that, then he said, oh, okay, Almighty Isis, I just want to make sure. Then he said he'll think about unblocking you, right? So, but you shouldn't want to go back after that. If I was you, I'd be like, F you and your channel. Like, really? And so, but that is just an example of how, the difference, what's going on with the B sector and the age gap, right? Like I said, you got a lot of older supporters on here, and a lot of these older supporters, she don't know how to control herself, and I'd rather uh her not be around. Well, I respect that it's your channel. You know what I mean? It's your channel. It's on you what you say, right? But here's the thing: is what I'm saying, ODS, and for the rest of these younger people, right now, ODS is not even so much younger because he said he in his 40s. Now, I don't know if some of these people they be in their 30s and their 40s and they sounding like they in their 20s or something. No, honey, you are up in age. You are no longer a spring chicken in your 30s or your 40s. Now, I don't know what these. I don't know if they're younger Gen Zers or I mean older Gen Zers or younger Gen X's, right? Because that's got to do with the age gap too, right? But when it comes to the YouTube and the B sector in particular, now, I'm not talking about the content creators, because even if I was just a subscriber and I didn't have a channel, I wouldn't give a fuck what these little stupid motherfuckers say to me. They wouldn't get my support, okay? Now, if I got to open my purse and still be disrespected, fuck you and your goddamn channel too. That's just how I feel about it, right? But you got a lot, the demographic in the beef sector is a lot of older people, right? And a lot of these older people are the ones that have their purse open, right? So I don't understand how you older subscribers, mentioning the age gap, stand for this type of disrespect. You hear people, I heard Lemon over there, was it last week or the week before last, saying a whole bunch of derogatory stuff about his older subscribers. You know what I mean? Speaking very, these people got their purse open and you really talking crazy about them. Now, my thing is, if you got fucking mommy issues or daddy issues or grandmama issues or granddaddy issues, I don't know if you realize it in the heat of the moment, but you can really hear that shit, right? And if a lot of your subscriber base, especially the ones that's got their purse open, that are supporters or subscribers to your channel, don't y'all think y'all should treat them a little bit better? Because they are the ones that give you these clicks and these views and these cash apps and shit, right? Now, when it comes to these older women around here, I don't know really what to say about some of this stuff that I see, right? Because I don't know if these I guess younger than them men remind them of somebody in their life, like a son or a grandson or whatever, right? They support a lot of these disrespectful ass niggas. What is his name? Lemon, like ODS, Hey the B Sector Podcast, KRN, and that's on them, and a lot, and ain't nothing wrong with supporting you. You love these channels, but what you don't have to do if they gonna just disrespect you anyway, because when they get to argue with somebody, they gonna tell you how they feel. Take KR inferences. And that post he did about Krista, and cause her title was really clickbait, but he didn't take the time to what do you call it? He didn't take the time to go listen to her video, and all she said was, I don't like a lot of the crew. The only ones I like is ODS and K Fit, right? But while she's saying that, he on this community wall going in on her. You know what I mean? But all you had to do was take a moment to listen to what she say, right? But you did all of that, put that witch picture up there. All of it was for naught, right? Lemon so nasty and mean. These people, it's so ugly. Sounds like he be acting, showing off this. A lot of them hate peaches, and a lot of them be disrespectful, right? And so I don't. That's why I don't. Number one, Cocker, was you over there on Christmas this morning? Did I see you? I don't know. It was early, but anyway, here's the thing. What I'm trying to say, right? Oh, let me get back to that. For whatever reason, a lot of these women, the ones with their purse open, choose to support these very disrespectful men, right? Read your above comment. Okay. I won't be looking at the thing all the time. Let me go back up. She's the one where you said she don't know how to control herself, and I'd rather her not be around. Is that the one ODS? Because that's the only other one I see. Yeah, that's the only other one I see. Yep. Read my comment. Yeah, that's the only other one I see. I don't get middle-aged women being up under 30-year-old men who disrespect. I don't either. The ones complaining ain't sent. I don't. The one complaining ain't sent. What you mean? The ones complaining ain't sent. Sent where? And BBW just told. I mean, a lot of people think and had a cuss word. Don't probably get held. Oh, it had a cuss word. Oh, right. Can you please type it without the cuss word then? Because I would really like to know what you were saying. These disrespectful gay men hate women the way ODS cussed that lady out on Pizarro panel. They're not donators, so it's no support to remove. I mean, I kind of disagree because she still was giving you a click and a view, right? And a click and a view helps you in the algorithm, which helps you get an AdSense check, whether she's giving you cash apps or not. A click and a view is still helping you. Hey, Teddy. Now, be careful, Teddy. Be careful with this troll name. Okay. I agree with your comment, but be careful with the troll name. Okay. But and how to say that ODS, I can't stand this argument. We don't have to be scammed in order to call out scammers. I don't understand what that means. Those pennies on a dollar. I mean, well, I understand you saying those pennies are a dollar. You saying those are pennies on a dollar, ODS, but you always quick to say, you getting, like over $1,000 on your AdSense check. So clearly those pennies on a dollar add up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't. You can't have it both ways. Or I mean, I guess you can. If that's how you see it. But a click and a view does matter. Well, a click and a view. Let me say, y'all, a click and a view matters to me. Okay. So you please hit that like button, share the video. Okay. I don't have a lot of Cash App support. And all of this here and all that. So I don't play the money game, right? And I wouldn't play the money game because to me that is very disingenuous, right? And so that's not my thing, but I'm not judging honestly the content creators that do. It's on them. You know what I mean? What they do. They're always saying we shouldn't call them out. Something we haven't done. Oh, if we haven't donated. No, it's not how it works. It's not. It's not how it works. You don't have to be disrespected and coming out of your pocket with cash apps and stuff at the same damn time. But yet, still, it's going on, right? So you can't tell somebody how to run their pocketbook. So if these subscribers are willing to take the verbal abuse and still come out of their pockets with the cash apps and the clicks and the views, then that's on them, right? But it's on YouTube. We got a right to talk about it, right? And I want to talk about this beast at the age gap, hence the conversation that we're having right now, right? If they feel it disrespected, then unsub. Right. But that's kind of like reverse psychology because a lot of these older people, they use YouTube for company. A lot of people, whether they're old or not, don't have family. And they get way too invested in this stuff. And really it's kind of like cultish mentality what be going on with some of these channels. And let me tell y'all what I mean by that, right? They talk so bad to these black women on here. It's just all about, yes it is, it is, YouTube is a business, but there's a way in which to do everything, is what I'm saying, right? Even if you don't give a damn about your subscribers, their plight, or what they've been through, the least you can do and show them some modicum of respect, whether you actually respect them or not. They still coming out of your pocket. Now every time I turn around, they saying what is his name, ODS is saying, they cash apping me to respond to this and they cash apping me to respond to that. Okay, that's cool, but that's a part. But when you saying these derogatory things about one older woman, hey, very curly, it's like, the way that you saying it is like you talking about a whole bunch of older women, not just the one you disrespecting. Because a lot of that stuff you said, the Purple Rain, in my opinion, if I was an older subscriber of yours, I would unsubscribe, and my purse would be closed. And not just ODS, people like Lemon, and Pizarro, And let's talk about the circle, right? Here's another thing that be going on when I said something about reverse psychology or, cult like or tribal like mentality, right? Now let's take Reed and ODS. They've been into it, right? I ain't even got to that part. But yesterday on Reed's video, she was talking about how they be trying to black out some of the content creators, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all why they be doing that. ODS said I respect that and I would welcome them to keep they change and move along. Well, okay, and maybe, if they come across this video and hear that, maybe they will, you know. But 9 times out of 10 they won't, because let me tell y'all why. There are a lot of new subscribers around here, and the only circle they move in are the circles like ODS, and KRN, and maybe Pizarro and Brianna. You know what I mean? And they don't move in any other circles, right? And because they don't move in any other circles, this is what Reed was talking. Oh man, Hogan is dead. What? Because they don't move in any other circles, they don't get to hear other types of content creators, and that's what Reed was talking about when she say they try to black people out or whatever, right? Now, it's never a case with me feeling blacked out or anything, because like I done told y'all, 1 on 100, I'm gonna come on here and say what I got to say, right? I don't give a damn. I've been on here forever, right? I done been through all of this shit. It don't even matter. The whole sector is really what do you call it, shadow banned anyway. So it is what it is, right? That's why you got so many piranhas down here, right? Because you can only grow so much, right? But when you hear somebody saying like ODS just said, I respect that and I would welcome them to keep their change and move along. See, that's what y'all should do, because that means he don't give a fuck about you anyway. And he don't even care about your change at the end of the day. You can move it right along, right? So now I'm sure some of his subscribers wouldn't appreciate that, and some of them might not give a damn. And it's on them either way, whether they appreciate it, don't appreciate it. At the end of the day, as a subscriber, it's on you, right? But at least you should know. At least you should pick up on the context clues, right? In my opinion. Now, this is just my opinion. This is my commentary, okay? Hey Chantal, let me read this. Hey Empress Melanin, Lee Pepper, hey Soul Sister. They very clear if I done said. Let me read this. Soul Sister said a lot of CCs just don't want subscribers. They want to cash app. They want you to cash app them too. True. Or they don't really care about you. They don't care about you whether you cash app them or not. But I see what you said, so sister. That's how I feel. It seems they just don't like you. It is about money. You know what I mean? But my thing is, since it's about the money, shouldn't you try to at least to fake some respect or something? I mean, like, damn. Take Bizarro for instance. She tired of people that donate to her because her ignorant chicken head ass ain't subscribed. She cussed them out and I heard. And is it true that people be paying her $150 a month for a damn wrench on that dead ass channel? I'm thinking, are you kidding me? What is wrong? Some of you people suffer from Stockholm syndrome. Okay, like the internet got a lot of Stockholm syndrome going on. Okay, because a lot of people that take so much shit on this internet app that we see in this circle, they won't dare take this shit in real life. Hopefully, because if they do, we got a whole bunch of motherfucking victims running around here in this world. Okay, and I would hate to be a person moving through this world being a victim, letting anybody talk to me or treat me any kind of way. Okay, child. Ain't nobody on here spring chicken. I have 19-year-olds. We all look old to Gen Z. And some millennials, 35 and older. 35 and older is old. Some of these people need to get over themselves. Right, exactly. 35 and older, you are not a spring chicken anymore. So I don't know what the deal is. It just trips me out. It's like they got arrested development or something, right? If you in your 30s and 40s, honey, you're not a spring chicken. I absolutely agree with that, Miss Angel. So it'd be giving me a good little kiki when they be having the nerve to come back, call somebody old. Like yesterday, ODS called that woman old and fat. She said, I ain't fat. I weigh 120 pounds. I'm thinking the nerve. But like, why would you assume that she fat? You know, that's like a stereotype, right? What part of business/money game is it? It's what they're doing. It's a money game. Exactly. There's a cap on. There's absolutely a cap. Yeah. Yep. And certain few will throw tantrums when subs decide to keep their coins. Uh, chase YouTube's money. I don't know what that means. And they want our subscribers to pay their monthly membership too. That's true. You got to get the memberships, got to get the cash apps, the clicks, the views, the this, that, and the other. Child, it's a lot. Okay, but some of these people with these purses, they don't mind coming. It's like worse than church. It's the modern day black church around here. Okay, that's the way they move. Hey Tracy. It's all about how much money they can get. But right, they brag about the money, they brag about the clicks and the views, but they still want to freaking disrespect you. Okay? That's what I'm talking about, the subscribers. And that's because that's what Christian was talking about this morning, right? And so it's all just very interesting. Like I said, a church collection, child, church collection. It's all just very interesting when you really sit back and pay attention to what's going on. And like I said, if I were a subscriber, especially of a subscriber of a certain age, I would just not. I would do what ODS said and unsubscribe and move it right along before I got disrespected. Okay. ODS says she sounded fat. I'm fat and I know how it sound. Wow. Okay. But she said she 120 pounds. So I guess you gauged that wrong, huh? Members with no extra content and no benefits. Child. Chantal said, ooh. And so, like I said, now let me get to this back to this other part, right? Like I said, you got a right to do what you want to do. This is simply an observation and coming from a content creator observing some subscribers, right? So anyway, like Reed was saying, when it comes to the whole blackout thing, right? I, as a subscriber, am not obligated to fund your YT dreams, get monetized. Absolutely, that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah. But anyway, what was maybe forget what I was going to say. Uh, Here's the thing: what Reed was trying to say. She wasn't trying to say that. I think what Reed was trying to say is that Like, take some of these people, the more popular channels, right? You got your ODSs, you got your KRNs. Y'all please hit the like button, share the video if you want mine. I got 49 likes. I'm on the road to 100. Okay. Thank y'all so much, right? And so, and it don't cost a thing. A like don't cost a thing. Okay. Well, child. What? Well, I don't know about that. But anyway, oh, we got 50 now. We halfway there. We halfway there. But anyway, be careful what you put in my chat to punish her, okay? Be careful. Tracy, you okay? What was you doing in the morning in the hospital? Look, so anyway, uh what was like? Oh, the other thing I want to talk about, what Reed, she mentioned blackout, right? When it comes to some of the people that get, a lot, for the bulk of the subscribers, right? You have like your Pizarros, your ODSs, your KRNs, your Briannas when she come live, uh, uh, your Nesses, a few others, right? And so, your YTC. The reason why YTC subscribership, her views and clicks is so big in the morning time is cause don't nobody else come live that morning. Okay, that's the only reason why. And we saw a perfect example of that when that binary guy started doing the morning show, right? Because honey, she was having a conniption, right? And if somebody, hopefully one day, somebody will come on here and do a morning show that is actually entertaining, okay? But a lot of people just to flat out don't want to freaking get up there early in the morning and run a dang 2, 3, or 4 hour show. And I absolutely respect that because I sure the hell don't, okay? I want to sit down and drink me some coffee and try to wake up. Okay? Take out the dog, drink the coffee, try to wake up. All right? That's what I want to do. Okay? So, but I wish Kimmy would start coming live. I mean, Kimmy be busy. You know what I mean? I wish you would too, though, Natasha. I really do. I wish you would too. Then they act like they doing you a favor by coming. Exactly, like they doing you a favor by coming on. Okay, y'all gotta pay me just cause I hit the live button. Okay, I'm like, sure. There's millions of channels on YouTube, and the big YouTube channels don't act like it. Exactly, I agree. I agree. Mhm. So anyway, let me tell you about the blackout part that Reed was talking about. Now, what Reed meant by that is you got a lot of new YouTubers, and when they come in, that they go to the KRNs or the ODSs or the Pizarros or the Briannas or the more popular channels, you know what I mean? And because even if you got something good going on or some good tea or something, like Reed got something like a good video going on, something like this she had yesterday and today, they really don't want to talk about it because they don't want to advertise it because they want to keep their subscribers, over there tuned into them, to that little block or circle of people. Now, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, it ain't nothing wrong with that at all. But that is on subscriber to and then maybe some of the subscribers, take what they take from these people simply because they get used to going these places, and they don't want to branch out. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's kind of like Stockholm syndrome in a way, right? In my opinion, ODS said that's not true for me because you sure had a lot of people. But I mean, I understand that, you know what I mean? But everybody don't do that. It's just the truth, right? So that's what Reed was talking about black. Because a lot of people, sometimes when the supporters say it ain't nothing going on, like Reed said, it's a lot going on. They just don't know. They just don't have no idea because they are new to the sector. Really, a lot of the older, beef sector channels. You know what I mean? And they want to like take. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about me in particular, right? This is just me. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but me. When it comes to me and Pizarro and Brianna, for instance, right? She asked specifically why I don't respond to Just Krista. Yeah, she did ask me, and I mean I heard the dang on video twice. Okay, but I ain't even got to that part today. I'm not even talking about you and Reed right now. I'm talking about Reed and what she said about the blackout stuff. And she wasn't talking about you. She was talking in general. But I'm finna get to it. Give me a minute. And so they'll take us three in particular, right? Let me give you an example. Yesterday, y'all know I was talking about the Jackie. I was giving y'all my point of view concerning the Jackie Christie and what on with her daughter Chantal or Chantal, however she pronounced it, right? So before I end my live, Pizarro fires up a live and she finds the video because she got monetized and she plays the fight about Jackie and Chantal, right? Now that let me know that she be cloud watching, right? When I came on today, as soon as I hit the live button, she had to come on too, right? Now they do this to me, and now this is old B sector stuff, cause they try their best not to have these new subscribers come over here and find me. You know why? Because they are boring. Okay, they are boring. The content is boring. It's really not content at all. It's really just motherfucking chaos. It's not entertaining half of the time. But if you like that type of drama and you like that type of trash, okay, it's gonna be entertaining. But they still intimidated by the Oracle because the Oracle can actually hold a fucking conversation. Okay, the Oracle is not a fucking basic ass bitch. Okay, like some of these hoes. All right. The Oracle is not a weak bitch, not a weak, whiny bitch, like some of these motherfuckers. They call themselves beef sector until it's time to motherfucking beef. Okay? Now take ODS for instance. Now the reason why he say he don't want to go back and forth with Crystal is because he don't want to advertise their channel. He don't want to send people over there to listen to what the hell that she's saying about him. So for that reason he ignore her and he ain't gonna like respond back to her, right? And that's cool if he want to do that. He don't want to advertise her over there, right? And I get that. You know what I mean? But the thing is, when you was in it ain't the old beef sector no more, right? But back in the day, you would beef with whoever, you know. But they don't run it like that no more. They don't run it like that for a reason. It ain't even necessarily cause he's scared to fight her, cause he's not. It's just that he don't want to advertise it, right? Right. It's not about advertising. What is it about then? You just don't want to deal with it? Like, I'm confused. But that's the way I see it, you know. So, and like I said, they try to keep their block of people, you know, within the group. They don't want them to branch out because if they let them branch out, then them cash apps somebody start getting thinner and thinner, right? And so, well, in Kristen's mind, y'all got to beef, you know. I'm just saying. They fake Olivia and they social climb. ODS is not something B sector. ODS is not true B sector 2018 to me. She included me with Pizarro. If we had a interaction, that would have that would have been reason to respond. Well, I mean, she done said a whole bunch of stuff about you since her initial video ODS, and I guess you ain't. I know you. I remember you saying you telling your people not to tell you nothing. But she done said a whole lot since then. A whole lot since then. You know, I'm just saying. Uh, I never claimed to be 2018 beef sector in 2018. So I wasn't here. Like Sean Bradley said, and I honestly agree with Sean Bradley that whole OG and original beef sector. Look, Chad, I'm not original beef sector, and I've been around here since 2017. Okay, through the whole pandemic, done fed the streets, done battle with all the greatest, the actual beef sector people, right? Yes, I don't watch, so it falls on deaf ears. Well, I respect that. Olivia, you seen they get handled, and ODS would have ran just like him. This what Sean Bradley said. Sean Bradley said, which is an OG, right? He said, if you feed in the streets, then you beef sector, right? And I honestly agree with that. Not cause I don't call myself beef sector, even though I made my bones the hard way, okay, over here. All right. when you actually had to put down content, when you actually had to beef. Do you see what I'm saying? And so a lot, some of the newer content creators that know of me, they don't want to let their people know of me, because I will still come down here and let this dragon out this cave if I have to. But I'd rather just do my damn commentary in peace, okay? Because they know that I will cuss your ass out 18 to 80, hoping that you'll fucking respond, because I don't give a fuck. Okay? I'm different, right? And so, anyway, uh that's what she meant about the blackout thing. I don't even think blackout is the correct term. Maybe the correct term is blackout or not advertised, right? And then a lot of the times I would hear Pizarro doing my motherfucking content and Brianna. Now, would I say something about it? No. But I was like, well, at least I know these bitches is up in the cloud listening, but they doing my motherfucking content. Okay? I'm like, child. They stole my Thunderdome. They didn't really steal my Thunderdome, Teddy. It was gonna be inevitable, for that sort of thing to start going on around here anyway. And then plus I stopped doing it. I got tired of doing it. Child, they started wanting the docs on the Thunderdome, and it really just got out of hand, Teddy. And I didn't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? I really just didn't want to deal with it. But now it's commonplace. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's cool. Yeah, they really don't even Thunderdome right. You know what I mean? They really don't. It ain't even right. It's still just not organic. It's still just crying and whining the way that they do it. But child, whatever. Hey, just my thoughts. How you doing? Thank you. Y'all please hit the like button. Please share the video. So anyway, that's what Reed meant about that. I think she meant maybe block out, not black out. You know what I mean? But it's up to these new subscribers, to branch out, and find more people to listen to if they want to. And if they don't, that's fine too. All you can do as a content creator, you still got your supporters, and I'm not one of those that worry about the numbers and, and all of this and all that. I've been on YouTube too long to worry about some shit like that. And like I always say, if I wanted to have big numbers, I wouldn't be over here. Okay? I still be over in the entertainment sector. But let me tell y'all something. The entertainment sector, it is too much damn work for me. Okay? There is not enough hours in the day for me to be in the entertainment sector properly. Be in the entertainment sector and handle what I gotta handle via my daily life. It just ain't enough hours in the day. Okay? So I'd rather come over here, do my commentary about what I see or whatever it is I want to talk about and move it right along, child. I don't have time to do that. Okay. You a true beef sector, Miss O. You have had storylines that lasted more than that true a day, and have dragged everybody in the sector at some point. That's beef. Well, thank you, Just Chill. A lot of those videos, I'm gonna start putting those old videos. I might start. What do you have? When you download it and preview it, just so the people can get a good kiki, and these new people can have a good idea what the old beef sector was like. You know what I mean? So either I put them on my community wall or I just preview them, download them and preview them. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot of old good beef sector videos, from 4 and 5 years ago. Back when beefing was still beefing. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I'm gonna start doing it though. OG beef sector was organic and funny. Yes, it was. They not funny. They whiny. Well, it's really gotten totally strange to me. With the P bombs and bottom dwellers. You got that right. Hey, Just Comfort. I said this on another channel, but when I start agreeing with Glitter Boots, I got to step. Chat, what you said? Hey, Castro, how you doing, love? I hope you're doing well. And so that is what Reed meant by that, in my opinion, right? So let's talk about the ODS and Reed beef. Now we're gonna uh dang, ODS been popular for a couple of days, right? On these streets, right? Okay. Talking about feeding the streets, right? So yesterday Reed did a video and it was called Full Transparency or something like that, right? And the only part of that video that I had time to listen to yesterday, because I had to go live, was the part about her talking about, her thinking about doing some type of panel show, right? Y'all please hit the like button, please share the video, right? Was talking about that. Uh, that's the only part that I got to listen to, right? So I went back. I tried to red ball through it. I seen the part where, her and ODS was having a conversation. Shade was being thrown, and Reed was being really calm. I was like, wow, okay. What is her name? Sassy, get the link, and she was being sassy, and all of this and all that, right? Oh, did you have a mukbang first or modding for TRX? I can't remember. That's a question to you, ODS, if you still in here. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing? So anyway, I mean, I heard the exchange. Now, I must have been under the mind of Reed because I'm thinking, okay, they was having a conversation. It was what it was, right? She was saying stuff to him about the past. He was saying stuff to her about the past. Blah blah this, blah blah that. It was pretty civil, right? So I didn't think nothing about it. Well, fast forward to last night, Ness does a review of of uh of of um of Reed's video, right? Y'all got 69 likes. We almost to 100 of Reed's video, right? And so when that now here's let me tell you before I get into that. Let me tell you something. Reed, going forward, it's okay if you want somebody to play your content. But I don't think that it's cool, Reed, for them to play your whole entire video. I don't feel like that's necessary. Now, if you don't mind it, that's cool, but I don't think that that's necessary. Because if they want to see your whole video, they need to come to your channel. Because Ness got more views on her channel from reviewing your video than you got on your channel for the original video. That don't make no sense to me. That's why I don't let nobody play my damn content. And I don't play nobody else's content. Okay? RP. I just said Hulk Hogan, passed away at 71. I just said that. Yep. Honey, people is going out of here left and right. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Malcolm Jamal Warner, what's his name? Ozzy Osbourne, now Hulk Hogan. Child. Yep. Sagittarius Station said, I'm gonna be real about my thoughts on the beef sector, Miss O. My problem is when one is popped, caught in a lie, and they try to get out of it. At least make comedy out of being caught. I heard that, Sagittarius Nation. I heard that, child. But well, you got a lot of sensitive people around here. Okay, a lot of sensitive people. All right. Anyway, I'm probably getting dragged over at Pizarro's right now. If I'm not, I'm gonna be shocked. Okay, because they don't like to hear the truth. Okay, especially that chicken head helper, right? So anyway, like I said, Ness reviews the girl's video, right? And she's doing her ad libs, of course, because she's reviewing it. Like that is her whole content, reviewing somebody else's video. Now I don't know, and she ain't the only one to do it. I don't consider that content at all. When you got to take somebody else's video, um, and play it and process, and talk, pretty much ad lib over it, you know, that is not your original content. Hey, but if the people like it, I love it for them. Okay, but anyway, she's ad libbing, and she's highlighting, what she feels about the video, and all this and all that, and being very nice about what she heard or whatever, right? So this morning, now, mind you, I listened to the video. I've read about through some of what she said, right? Now, I have to agree with a lot of that stuff that she said. I'm not even going to lie to you. It was straight shade being thrown at Reed, and Reed did not pop out. Okay? Now, I don't know what had happened, but I guess she wasn't catching it at the time, but I was kind of shocked about it. I'm not going to lie. ODS started as a mukbang. Came over here with Pissy Pam and figure it out. Brianna and Pizarro and Nika, to be honest, that's how he got numbers. Real talk. Hey, lovely love. Golden Doodle said reaction videos are a genre, but you're not supposed to use the whole video. Yes, reaction videos are a genre, but you're not. And then the beef sector is not a really a reaction video sector. You know, in my opinion. I done it years ago, and they told me they didn't want me to do that no reaction videos. So honey, I stopped doing the reaction videos, and it's because I'm not stupid, and I don't even have to take notes unless it's something really important. I can just look at the video, read about through it, and do my commentary on it, and move it right along. I don't need to play nobody else's content. You see what I'm saying? But you are supposed to use key moments instead of the whole damn video. I'm like, well, damn. You can't use a little bit of it and tell the people to go over there and finish it at Reed's house. You took all our views. So Reed, if you listen, you don't need to let that happen no more, homegirl. Okay? And nowadays they are saying that the girl pretty much put a battery in your back, right? I think that you were just slow to react when it came to that video. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? That's what I feel about it. And so you came back this morning with the smoke. Because like I said, she played the she listened to Ness's, well, she actually was playing Ness's reaction video to her video. Hey Kiki. Now I didn't get that. Why is you playing Ness's reaction to your video when you got the original video? Now that part I didn't understand. But okay. Whatever works for you, right? And so now, because you did that read, people are thinking that here it is a day later, and you let Ness put a battery in your back. I don't think you let Ness put a battery in your back. I don't think you realized how it looked when he was talking to you the way that he was talking to you at the time, because y'all were being very cordial to one another. Lord Reed, then she said she was having audio issues too. You right about that. You know, but there was a lot of shade being thrown in a very calm voice. And so maybe that's why Reed, because Reed be on 10, right? And it was just a different type of conversation, in my opinion, when it came to Reed. And she was having a lot of computer issues and said, yeah, yes, she and that too. I don't think she could hear everything. He would say, yeah, that too, Ronnie Howard, that too. That too. I agree. It was a whole lot of things that played into when she went back and listened to it on Ness's channel. Because see, sometime I had mentioned the other day to J Dump that do you go back and listen to yourself on these videos? And listen to yourself and realize how ridiculous you sound. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us do not go back and re-listen to the videos. I will very rarely go back and listen to the videos. When I be going down memory lane, I've been for a couple of days trying to pick out old beef sector videos to put on my community wall or do a premiere on. I've been doing it a couple of days. And child, because I didn't go back and re-listen to the videos, y'all, I was cracking the F up. Did you hear me? Those videos are funny as hell. All right, I had no idea. I had no idea. Like we was really beefing. Like I was really roasting, gagging, and dragging these hoes. Okay, I was like, honey, no wonder they don't like the Oracle. That's no wonder. Girl, why are you talking to these people like? But anyway, that's what I got at her. But a lot of people don't go back and listen to the videos, right? So she heard the video on Ness and she heard what Ness had to say. You know what I mean? I don't think it put a battery in her back. Like I said, there were a lot of technical issues, and because of the tone and the flow, I don't think she. I don't think she was. It didn't trigger her to be. Hype. It didn't trigger her to be the hyped up. The hyped up Reed that we know she can be, right? I don't think it triggered that in her yesterday. But when she went back and listened to it and she wanted to revisit it this morning because of what she heard, right? And I think she was really hurt a little bit, and she'll never say it, by the conversation concerning her situation with VS, right? Which we all talked about, right? But she explained that the reason why she left DS alone for a while is because she had to get things together with her baby, right? And I absolutely understand that because your kids come first. Your kids come before you two. And like she said, and when she got back, in her mind, I don't think she necessarily ran, but we all thought she ran. But in her mind, she went and took care of business. You know what I mean? And when she came back, she did have it out with VS or whatever, right? But see, that's what I be saying too about letting people know your damn business because they're gonna use it against you in the end. You can't talk to nobody on YouTube about what you got going through in your family or what you got going through medical wise or what you got nothing, right? Because it's gonna be turned against you. I don't know why people come on here and do that. YouTube is not therapy. I agree with Jay Wilson. If he said one thing right, he said ain't no friends on YouTube and everybody is 1099s. I don't give a fuck how close they think they is or how close they came to be. If you don't have nothing but a YouTube ship, you a 1099 at the end of the day. Okay? That's why all of these back chats and discords and all that stuff always end badly. All right, because it ain't no friends on YouTube. All right, child. ODS and Sassy chase numbers to me. They troll. They never going to be on 7 or Sean B level. Reed is OB sector. These newbies play games for cash. Well, I mean, you know what? I the only thing they're worried about, they worried about the numbers, and they worried about the cash. So, and then I think that ODS was being disingenuous, when he was saying, pretty much saying that the views and the clicks don't matter. It's just pennies on the dollar. Because you can't say the views and the clicks don't matter, and then out the other side of your face, you go to bragging about your AdSense check. You get your AdSense check is because of your clicks and your views and your people. Okay, then you can't have it both ways, right? Now you're getting your cash apps, because these people, they've been trained to like you, and all of this and all that. And I think because of his calm demeanor and the way that he come across, a lot of people tend to like him or whatever, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with ODS, right? But for some people, he can be very condescending. He can be very mean spirited, and the shit ain't cool. They come out of his mouth sometime about women. But that ain't just him. It's all the boys around here. But these women, they love them. They talk about old women, which is the one that got their purse open. They talk about women in general, which is the majority of the sector, and the women is the ones that support them. So y'all are paying them to verbally abuse you. Okay, basically. But hey, to each his own. Okay, child. Reed come out with a book about the B sector. Funny as AF. She should have stayed that way instead of beefing. I'm sure she probably working on another. Hey, Dr. Soapy, how you doing, love? We got 86 likes, shall we? Almost to 100. But I tell you one thing though, whatever it was that triggered Reed today, and however I don't know if it was because of Nessa's commentary, or she had to rethink the conversation, or re-listen to the video without the bad, the Wi-Fi. Reed, girl, you gotta get that Wi-Fi under control, sister. Oh Lord, girl, it be a lot going on, Reed. I know you trying though, but my God, that audio is horrible. Your connections are hard. I don't know who you paying for your Wi-Fi service, but if they don't do better, honey, you might need to switch services because that don't make no sense. Okay, it's ridiculous, and it ain't even reads. A whole lot of people got bad Wi-Fi, bad audio around here. Sometimes it ain't even the person's Wi-Fi or audio. Every once in a while, especially if you're on StreamYard, sometimes it's the dang on StreamYard. Sometimes YouTube even be glitching. Honey, really, you just never know. But the thing that is in your control is your Wi-Fi provider, is your internet provider. Okay, that's the one thing that is in your control. And speaking of that, right? So yesterday, going back to Bizarro's channel, where she got her whole Jackie Christie idea from me, right? Which is fine. Like I said, I know the bitch was cloud watching. I hit the live button. That's why she went live. Okay, that's how they do it because they don't want their people, no matter what, finding out about the oracle, honey. They'd rather keep them over there with them. But please keep them over there with you because I ain't asking them for payola over here, honey. I don't have no moderators to disrespect or nothing. Okay? Ain't nobody paying me $140 for a wrench or nothing. All I ask is for a click and a view, be part of the replay gang, and thank you so much. Every once in a while I get a cash out. Every once in a while I might even get a super chat. I don't do the the target, the goal things. I don't do none of that. Okay? And I damn sure ain't chasing numbers. All right? I've been around here too damn long. Okay? I'm just saying. Right? So anyway, I only need 10 more likes, y'all. Y'all know them likes is free. Okay. Them likes is free. She didn't hear him. Why was Sassy up there? I don't know, Teddy. I really couldn't tell you. Bizarro would do anything or everything. Yeah, yes, she will. She not monetized. But why the hell did she be over there, acting like Resto is her husband, and they say she be over there flirting with him and all of this and all of that. Don't she know he don't even like black women? What is that about? Every time you turn around, she got a YouTuber husband. Which make you think, does she even have a real husband? Like for real? Cause she got a lot. She got a whole lot of YouTube. Her first YouTube husband was Ken Lola News, right? And she lied forever. Then she finally came clean about once she used to call Kiki her YouTube husband. She lied about that shit forever. Okay. I was like, child. Tropical Punch. Good morning, Miss Olivia. Everything you are saying is true. Thank you. That's why I always like. Thank you, Tropical Punch. Miss Nothing Cute. Having people beg for no, it's not. But like I said, the very people that disrespect is the very people that keep pouring into them. But that don't last. That won't last always. And they better. Times is getting harder, and people is getting just flat out tired of it now. Because like I said, I know that especially these older girls around here is getting tired of it because that's why they was over there on Krista complaining about it this morning. Okay, people are tired of being disrespected and still having their purse open. Okay, they catching on slowly. I have conspiracy theory about that Mr. Intel, but I don't even give a fuck. Malcolm, Ozzy, Now Hook, dang, Gen X, our whole childhood. Ain't that something? You right about that. You right. It's weird. What's a YouTube husband? Ain't that right? Child, and it's so disrespectful. Like if you actually are married, why would you even want to play with somebody like that online? You see what I'm saying? I've been around here for a long time. I used to go back and forth with a sector full of men. Okay, never can not. It ain't none one of them. Nobody on the internet can ever say, I flirted with one of them, or I got cheeky with one of them, or lusted after one of them. And I'm talking about before I came over here with the gay people. You know what I mean, or anything like that. Okay, imagine being Mrs. Resto. I think you tried to say Mrs. Resto. Child. Anyway, anything like that. You have to have dignity and self-respect. Whether you online or offline. That's another thing when it comes to the age gap. A lot of these so-called younger people, they be worried about the wrong damn thing. They have no integrity. Okay, they have no honor. They have no integrity, right? And that's just the bottom line. And it really shows. I just can't imagine giving my hard earned money to someone and then have them cuss me out later. Yeah, I'm not the no, you're not the only one. A lot of people feel that way. But a lot of people feel like they gotta deal with that online just to feel like they included in something, just to be a part of something. I told you they ain't nothing but a new internet version of the dang on black church. You know, it's like a whole aura of cultishness or Stockholm syndrome, you know, um, um, you know, circling around with some of these channels. You know what I mean? The shit is just weird, you know. But I just hope some of these people, these older people, wake up and realize what's going on. Honey, even if you got to sit in the clouds, honey, you can sit in the clouds for free. Okay? You can feel a part of it for free. All right? Child, please. Mm-mm. Not over here on YT or seems anything goes. It's the Wild Wild West, ain't it? The purse is closed. I know that's right, Tracy. I know that's right. Especially if you got to be disrespected. So I just really want to have this conversation, when it comes to the subscribers, especially the older subscribers. I know y'all get tired of that shit, and when Pretty Purple Rain came out there, that lady, she was telling the truth. And she had a right to cuss him the fuck out. And she didn't even understand why it got to the point where he said, you pretty much blocked in my chat. She didn't understand that. And I really didn't understand it either. Because it really wasn't even that bad of a beef. She really didn't say nothing that bad to him, in my opinion. But evidently it was bad enough to him, right? Because some people are very sensitive, and it's not only him. Like I said, look what happened to Christie the other day for no reason. But see, when these people be talking about the older folks, this is how they really be feeling. And y'all need to be paying attention. Y'all subscribers, especially the ones with your purse open, y'all really need to be paying attention. Y'all heard the stuff that y'all read the stuff that ODS wrote in the chat today. Pretty much, if you don't like it, close your purse and move it right along. He don't care one way or the other. I mean, I guess he feel because it's another one right behind him, And they support bad behavior over here, but it won't happen our way. So you better enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, that's all I'm saying. People are selling their souls just to be a part of something. Just to be a part of something. It really is very sad. People are very antisocial these days, right? And because they are so isolated, they fall for a lot of this nonsense that these people be saying to them. They're taking advantage of single mothers with many. I can agree with that absolutely. Because I was missing brain cells. She is definitely, you know what she missing? She missing a conscience and she missing she a chaos demon, you know what I mean? She come out here and she talked about that lady's I didn't even know what is her name? Beans and Cornbread had a child that was deceased. I didn't even know that. But she came out and trampled over that child memory and all of this and all that. That's what I said. Y'all don't need to be letting these people know y'all business online. They're just gonna usually use it against you. And they don't give a fuck. Now when they tell you they don't care, like they told Purple Rain that they didn't care about her going to a doctor appointment, they mean that shit. Why is you out here sharing your personal business with these fools? Okay? And when but like I said, I've been saying it for a couple of days, but let me tell you something. I only need 2 more likes, y'all. The tongue is powerful, right? When they thinking you old and you in your 50s, they in their 40s, but they calling you old, right? And they digging you a grave or even in their 30s, which ain't none of them young no more. Like I said, they suffer from arrested development or something, okay? When you got to smoke all this weed and drink all this alcohol, to dead your emotions or dead your trauma, it's something you need therapy, honey. You don't need a blunt, okay? And you need Jesus. That's what you need, okay? You need Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, all right? If you gotta smoke all these drugs and drink all this alcohol and do whatever you gotta do to dead your emotions or so that you won't feel trauma or hurt or loneliness or whatever the fuck it is you're trying to bury, you need therapy, honey. Okay? That's what you need. Because YouTube is absolutely not freaking therapy. Okay? And so anyway, yeah, there's a lot of older, lonely women. Like I said, they got their purse open because they want to belong. But I would hope that everybody's got a bottom line because you subscribers need to stand up and let these motherfuckers know that y'all ain't finna be disrespected and still giving them money. It's like they pimping y'all out. The fuck? Oh, and I know what else I gotta talk about. I almost forgot. This is mentally unhealthy. It is a unhealthy environment, Dr. Sophie, especially for a lot of people. How you doing, Leslie Janice? Especially for a lot of people. Oh, I got 102 likes. Thank you, guys. I can stop saying it. But you can continue to hit the like button and share the video. Thank you very much. But at least I ain't got to say it. But Dr. Sophie is absolutely right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, anyway, the last thing I want to talk about was smoking and alcohol don't help. No, I mean it just helped dead it for a while. I hate teasing, but the trauma and the pain, it ain't going nowhere. It's still gonna be there. Waiting for you to fry up your next blunt or pop your next pill or take your next drink or whatever the fuck it is. You have to do. The whole thing is just really unfortunate. You know, reading a comment upper there. I couldn't agree more, Dr. Soapy. Percent I'm always watching. Miss, how you doing, Miss Sandra? The only that I will allow to allow the pimp me out is very true. You're a mess, happy life. Oh, thank you, Dr. Soapy. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Right. Oh, let me find was it Max Boogie? Max Boogie, your other comment said, was it SS1 and Lee? Is that what you're talking about, Max Boogie? What does that mean? SS1 and Lee. Is that what you wanted me to read? Soapy. I guess. What does that mean? Jesus said I've described so many of these channels. Listen to a few of the old BCCs. That's right. Thank y'all so much for supporting you, girl. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. I don't know what's going on with my phone. But anyway, last thing I talked about, I'm so glad Dr. Soapy dropped that down because I almost forgot to talk about YTC. And let me tell y'all something about this YTC situation. Now, we've been talking about, for days how Jake is running around disrespecting her, right? So I was listening to Miss T Velocity yesterday, right? And I absolutely agree with what Miss T Velocity said. I was like, you know what? You are right, Miss T Velocity. Okay. Now I so Miss T Velocity was like, well, YTC, she began cussing out people out and all this and all that, but she let Jake get away with everything. You know? Oh, it's above that. It's above the one where you said Dr. Soapy too. It might didn't show, Max Boogie. Maybe it didn't show. Like if it had cuss words in it or something like that, it didn't show. It's one I seen that. I seen where you was when you was said Soapy. Oh, here it is. You said nah, he had that. You said nah, he said that. Cause he don't send money. And he said it. He said it. I don't got nothing to give to nobody. Big rusty ass grown man. Oh, who was you talking about when you said that, Max Boogie? I bet that's the one you was talking about. Who was you talking about? Child, no one wants to talk about your tongue lashing. Ha ha! They showed up, Miss Sandra. Okay, that's what what is her name? That's what Reed meant by when they be blocking people out and they don't want to. If the cool kids don't want to talk about it, then they're not gonna talk about it. But honey, we can talk about it. Us non cool kids can talk about it. They of course they don't want to talk about their cash cow getting tongue lashed. Okay, sure. Mm-mm. Tongue lash, Olivia. I was at work crying my eyes out that night. Thank you, Miss Sandra. I feel like God's about to do great things in my life. Amen. So unsubbing for me is personal. I heard that, Tisa. I know that's right. You don't never want to invite nothing like this into your spirit, honey. You got to be prayed up. All right? You don't never want to fall victim to none of this nonsense. Okay? And it's so easy to do. Right in your own home. Yes, it is. But let me talk about this YTC thing, right? So, like I said, I was listening to Miss T Velocity yesterday, and she was talking about the J Dunn disrespecting YTC. She said she liked YTC. They might have had a kerfuffle in the past, I think she said, but they made up. She'd drop down in the chat every once in a while, but she'd be listening in the morning, like a lot of people, because it ain't, ODS really makes millions. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But yeah, so she was talking about that. And something that she said, one thing in particular, that hey Miss Creole, that rung a bell for me. Uh uh Miss T Velocity said that you talked about it, Max Buddy. Miss T Velocity said that she believes that Jake is probably paying her to sit over there on her panel. I said, you know what? You're right about that. Cause it ain't the first time that she done that. Now I don't know why. But like Miss T said, it ain't enough money in the world for me to take that kind of abuse, right? But I don't know why that didn't click in my head. But maybe that's what's going on. Cause remember now it was now Jake how she flexed on we see oh shoot, hold on a minute, y'all. Oh Lord, can y'all hear me? Charlie, the thing that want to let me back in. Oh my God, half my people are left and everything. I am so sorry. I tell y'all, streaming I'll be tripping. Can you let me know if y'all can hear me? Okay. Oh my God, I am so sorry. It kicked me out and it didn't want to let me back in. What is wrong with this thing? Jeez. Can you hear me, Tropical Punch? Oh, thanks, boy. I appreciate you. Can you hear me, Miss Creole? Let me know if y'all can hear me, please. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry if y'all can hear me. Okay. Tropical nowadays, older people gave wisdom. That's right. Times have changed. Some people grow older these days, but they don't necessarily grow wiser. Thank you, Tropical Punch. And like I said, a lot of older people on here, you know what I mean? They might be in a rest home. They might be, anything might be going on in a field apart or something. See, I don't even know why old people have really changed. A lot of them used to clean the church and, and all of this and all that, honey. Now they just clean to the internet. I guess because they don't have to go out the house or something. I don't know it's just like real, the too much internet is not good for anybody. You know what I mean? It is just not, it's not a good thing because it's taking people's social skills away from each other and it's isolating people. And I really think that part of the reason why we went through what we went through in 2020 was some kind of big giant social experiment, okay, to separate people, to get people used to not having to deal, with people, on a day-to-day basis, only through an internet, you know. I really believe that, I've been thinking about that. What if it was all a big social experiment, you know, to usher in even more of this AI? It's crazy. I understand lights, boo. Okay, I can, Miss Creole. You don't want me to go back up and look at it? Let's see. Now we can. Okay, thank you, Miss Creole. Thank you. Tropical Punch said, Dr. Creole, I be in your clouds. I like grumpy, absolutely conversations about what is going on in the world instead of fussing and cussing each day. Right? I know that's right. So anyway, what was I here? Let me tell y'all this. Miss Levy, that's what I'm going to do this weekend. Clean my church. I know that's right. But let me tell y'all, when I was talking about that, real quick about that down YTC, I think that it's a payola situation going on. And 9 times out of 10, the reason why J Dunn thinks she can flex on that girl is because she paying her. Now we know J Dunn done paid other people to sit on their panels before, right? This ain't the first time, and it probably won't be the last. But that's what I really think is going on at the end of the day. And the more we talk about, the more people want to watch YTC, and the more people want to watch old lame ass J Dunn as well. You know what I mean? Thank you, Tisa. And so I really think that's what's going on. So I appreciate Miss T Velocity saying that because it just cut on a light bulb for me. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Now I even heard somebody joking about it on somebody's channel. Was it that Mr. West guy? I heard somewhere or something when he said that YTC and J Dunn, they was pretty much doing their thing because they're getting the numbers and the money or something like that. I heard that somewhere. But that's right. But when I heard Miss T Velocity say it yesterday, that really, I said, oh, that's what's going on. She ain't nothing but she, that damn thirsty ass YouTube cameras, and bitch, you don't even know how to be bougie, right? Okay, you coming across like one of them old stupid ass Nigerian scammers. That's what you coming across like, okay. I was like, child, you don't have to, you don't mind being disrespected as long as you get paid, girl. You are horrible. Oh, it takes a crazy person, Miss Olivia, to give that. I don't know what it says to people to give that. I guess money. That big dollar sign to give that money to people that's cursing them out. And it sure does. You got to be a crazy person, Darlene. Leslie Jenner says, I really don't see why these older women do all this engaging with these younger panel holders. They have no respect or morals towards the elder. It was different back in the OB sector. I mean, yeah, you know what, you're right. At least they didn't absolutely disrespect the subscribers, especially the ones that were supporters going in their pocket and stuff. and paying them, and supporting them via cash and stuff. Honey, these days, these ignorant motherfuckers, they will call you a bitch, and then in the next breath, they'll ask you for $50 or $100. Okay, child, child. I know this, Heather. And then now, if they want to even talk about this video, let me tell you what the narrative gonna be. Miss O around her worried about my pockets. She worried about my clicks and views. It ain't my problem cause her channel dead. That'll be the narrative. But y'all know the truth, right? And they know that I'm telling the truth too. But that'll be the narrative if it's not the narrative already. But just wait for it. Okay? Mm-hmm. I stopped patronizing a business that do customers wrong. I know that's right. So I'm not giving money to individuals that cuss me out after I donate to them. I know that's right. Child, can't they went video for video, but there was still a level. Oh, you mean back in the day when we was beefing back and forth? Yeah, it was video for video. But that was content creator against content creator, right? And then some subscribers was picking a side. It really wasn't about the subs, it was about the content creators. How you driving and talking to the mic, no problem. Right. And one thing you say about SB is he always made sure to pretend he liked club chats. Well, I know that's right. Tell Miss Olivia. I did hear Jeffrey Epstein's former attorney was found at what? Oh wow. For real? Whoa. Sure. Poor Ghislaine Maxwell. She better be oh Lord, I feel Ghislaine, is she gonna make it in jail? Is she gonna end up like Jeffrey in jail? Cause see now they're trying to cover up for the president. That's what's going on. Child. I ain't even surprised. So anyway, that's what I felt about that YT thing. I'm just saying I agree with Miss T Velocity. I feel like it's a payola situation going on. You know what I mean? That's what I feel. So I agree with Miss T Velocity. That's why I said it about YTC getting YTC getting paid to be disrespected. And child, I guess she ain't doing them braids no more. That micro braiding business done went down because people do a lot of wigs these days, and she got to supplement that income some kind of way, child. She got to do something. She ain't getting her appointments no more. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Hulk Hogan died today, 71. That's what they said on TV. So anyway, let me talk about this and get out of here, child. I didn't even mean to be on here this long. And thank y'all so much for staying with me. And if you came in late, please be part of the replay game. Y'all know I love me a good part of the replay game. Thank you so much, right? So when it came to the Jackie Christie and the Chantal thing, we was talking about it yesterday, Jackie Christie and her daughter, right? Well, come to find out, child, y'all had to do some research. That goes all over my body. Just let me say, they have to watch reality TV anymore because the way that they depict black women is absolutely nonsensical to me, right? So yesterday and part of last night, I went to watch this season of the Basketball Wives, right? And so not every episode, but what I noticed that they was all trying to come at Jackie Christie and get some kind of big reaction out of there, right? And the person that then the person that tripped me out the most was Evelyn Lozado, right? I'm thinking, girl, how in the world is you of all people gonna be talking about Jackie Christie's parenting skills when your daughter is turning out to be just like you, a hoe, right? She already got a baby by a basketball player. You can't have no babies by no more athletes and live off the child support. That child that you got now, he run about 9 or 10 years old, honey. That was your last child support check, child. I hope you saving up and investing well and doing whatever you can do, right? But she done passed that mentality on to her daughter. How in the hell is she talking about how Jackie Christie and Chantal relationship is going? I was like, child, you know what I mean? And so I noticed that. And they had been out in their family business, and Jackie Christie kept walking away the whole season because they all wanted a reaction out of her, right? But the daughter, she finally got what she wanted when Jackie finally had to lay hands on her, right? So since then, they always have came for Jackie. But Jackie ain't no, she ain't scared of none of them. It just tripped me out about Evelyn Lozano. Cause I'm like, girl, when your daughter following in your footsteps. The nerve of you. That tripped me out. I was like, no, she didn't. That was ridiculous. I was like, Evelyn, you know you need to shut the hell up. Oh my God. Girl, you is not the one. Y'all remember when they said that she had her daughter at home by herself, paying the bills and everything? The little girl was child. Yeah, absolutely. Chantal was wrong. She went and made it look like Jackie did something. Yes, she did. But let me tell you about that, Max Boogie. Okay. After a couple of the basketball wives came online and apologized to her. I think it was Brittany and Ming, maybe. And they said after they seen, how the show had transpired, I guess they went back to look at the video or whatever. They apologized to her because they felt like, they realized that Chantal, the daughter, was really just trying to set her mom up. You know what I mean? And I can't, and then and that's another thing. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because we've been talking about the age gap, right? And like I told you yesterday, I'm a Gen X. A lot of us are Gen Xers. We wouldn't dare even think about calling our mama a B and all of this and all of that, right? Now I don't know what the hell these folks got now. Like when you 40 and 30 some years old, are you a older, a younger Gen X, or are you a Gen Z? See, I don't know where it starts and stop, right? But Ming apologized and Brittany didn't. Okay, I know one of them apologized, right? And I also come to find out Jackie and her oldest daughter is trying to mend fences and get their relationship going again. And people were saying yesterday that Jackie and what's the husband's name was divorced, but they are not divorced. You know, I don't know if they have the marital problems, but they are technically still married. They are not divorced yet. And why Chantal want her daddy to leave her mama so bad is beyond me. You know what I mean? Did she show her natural black behind? Child. Right, Max Boogie, let alone trying to buck at a mama. Child, I'm 38 and still scared. Thank you, Prince. What I was saying yesterday. Prince, I know these, the last set of teeth God got from Chad. What you saying? Chad, Doug, guess his name. Thank you. Her and Doug is still legally married, right? But why do Chantal want her daddy to leave her mama so bad? You see what I'm saying? It's just horrible. But anyway, okay, so the girl came on there and apologized, and her Tanari said that her mom is trying to mend fences, get along, and all of this and all that, right? I hope this her first and last. But for all we know, Jackie could have got her on the show. You know what I mean? She could have begged her mama and had her have them, but put her on the show or something. Who knows what the hell happened for real? You know what I mean? And then the whole thing. It's just something wrong with her. Okay, if Jackie crazy, Chantal is worse. I think that she is a spoiled, entitled old ass brat. But bitch, you is a grown woman. Okay, she 30 something years old. All right, she made herself look like a fool. But anyway, she got online and pretty much said, "Y'all not gonna bully me into apologizing to my mama." Basically, I said what I said. I'm using my own verbiage, but the gist of it was, I ain't sorry for how I treated her, and I stand on what I said, and I said what I said, and I ain't changing it. That was her, what pretty much what she had to say online, right? But I'm glad that Jackie is making an effort, to get close to her oldest daughter again. I hope they genuinely mend the fences. But see, it be the ones that you put on the pedestal, right? Them be the ones that'll break your heart. Okay? 57, and I don't even cuss around my parents. You blessed to still have your parents, Miss Sandra. Out there for ratings. It was absolute. She embarrassed herself in front of the world. Girl, you was not being cute. You was not making your mama look bad, bitch. You was making yourself look bad. Okay? She don't even have enough sense to realize she was making herself look bad. Okay? Didn't she double down? She doubled down, honey. No shame at all. She said, I said what I said, basically. In the statement that she released. And it was so bad they couldn't even have a reunion show, y'all. I was like, oh my God. But the way they did Jackie about her family business, all of them heifers on that show this season, that's why I don't watch reality TV no more. I was cringing through the whole thing. I refused. And what the hell is going on with Jennifer? Why she got such a bad taste in men? What the hell is wrong with her? Look, and then Evelyn, girl, you are played out and you are old now, honey. You are old now, okay? Girl, sit down. Child, trying to comment on somebody the way they raise their kids and her daughter done grow up to be just like her. A hoe. Hey, room shaker. But yeah, that's my POV of today about the Jackie Christie Chantal thing. I said, let me give y'all an update. But it goes to the age gap conversation too. Because you see how Chantal was treating her mama, how disrespectfully she treated her mama, right? She in her 30s, right? Now, when we come to this B sector age gap conversation, maybe a lot of them young people that age treat their elders that disrespectfully in this day and age. I don't know where the disconnect came into play. You know what I mean? But it couldn't be me. It wouldn't be me, and it would damn near be none of mine. Okay? I don't know what to see, but that's what happened when you want to be your child's friend. Okay? Instead of their mama and their daddy and actually raise them and not have them raise their damn self. Okay? Maybe that's where the disconnect came from, child. I don't know. But that Chantal and Jackie Christie, that was just too much for me. Oh my God. You will not be invited to not near it. No, I don't want you around me. You won't have to worry about being done with me, honey, little girl, because I will be done with you. Okay? That don't make no sense. Yes, Miss O. My mom and dad still have. Thank God. You blessed, Miss Sandra. You blessed, baby. Yes, you are. My mom is in her late. My mom is in her last week of radiation. Wow. And we so grateful. Amen. You know, and that's another thing. It's a lot of people like me and a lot of people that don't even have our parents anymore. And you take somebody like that Chantal and you see how she was talking to her mama so ungratefully. One day she not even gonna have her mama. You know, her mama, you know, these days young people even for the parents. You know, used to be, you know, you would end up taking care of your parents and you would have to bury your parents. A lot of child these days, a lot of parents, unfortunately, are burying their children. You know, so you really just don't know. But while you got your mama with you, honey, you need to cherish her. Cause without her, it wouldn't be you. Because most of these 50 and over is trying to be younger, um, and same, and some are slow mentally. You know what, you're right about that, Miss Creole. I agree. I absolutely agree. Yeah, they don't want to be the adults. They don't want to be the elders. You know what I mean? Child, I want Trish Chantal taking care of Jack. I wouldn't either. I'm sure Jackie wouldn't either. Ha ha. But that oldest daughter, the one she treated bad, that's the one care about her mama, okay? Ain't that something? Phew. Child. Ever since you took JD out the urge, Olivia, ever since you took JD out to the shed, how you a mess, Barbara? You a mess. But yeah, but that I need a tee that says, yo, you need a t-shirt that says, don't make me call Olivia. You a mess, Miss Barbara. Child, let me get out of here, y'all. But I think, I think we came full circle on the conversation when it came to the Jackie and Chantal. I think it's a perfect example of what we was talking about earlier about these older supporters being disrespected, but they still want their purses open, in this sector over here. And if you are older and you listening, you don't have to go through nothing like this just to be a part of an online community, especially opening your pocketbook to ungrateful people. Okay? Y'all are subscribers and it's your purse. You don't have to do that. Honey, you can feel a part of something and be in the clouds and not never drop down. Okay? But a lot of, I guess maybe a lot of it is because I felt like when I was listening to Pretty Purple Rain, the reason why she was so upset because he blocked her out of his chat is because they like to drop down, and be a part of the chat box or whatever, which is fine. But you still don't have to be disrespected, and you still don't have to give them payola just to be able to drop down in their dang on chats and stuff. You can still do that for free. Okay, because they still getting a click and a view off of you, which equals money. Now I don't care if he was calling it pennies on a dollar or not, but you can't say you getting pennies on a dollar in one breath, like I said, and bragging about you getting a $1,500 a month essence check in the other breath. You can't have it both ways. And he always talking about y'all don't cash at me no more. Cause this, that, and the other. Okay, they give you money hand over foot, but you better enjoy it while you got it, cause it don't last always. Okay, cause they don't know how to treat people. All right, that's what's wrong with them, and that was wrong, and that's why I said something today. Cause I'm like the nerve of these motherfuckers. They just disrespecting these people, and they still want to financially support them. It's just ridiculous. It's too much, you know. But y'all be sure to listen out for the narrative, child. But thank y'all for joining me. I love my crowd over here. Okay, I love my crowd. Sure hell do. But it'd be interesting to see if they say anything about my commentary today. You know what I mean? Which don't even matter because y'all know I'm still gonna talk. But if it is, it'll be in a derogatory manner. But I'm telling y'all what it was really about. It ain't about them getting more numbers than me, more cash apps than me, nor whatever, no whatever than me. Right is right and right don't wrong nobody. That's the reason why I spoke up and said something about it, because it really resonated with me what they were talking about on Krista's channel this morning when it comes to the way they treat these older subscribers. It really resonated with me. And y'all know if I feel something in my spirit that I want to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. That's what it was about. Not none of the other bullshit they'll try to put out there. Okay? And I mean that. And y'all know I do, child, but child, I'm gonna get off of here. Ooh, it is almost 2 o'clock. This supposed to be my YouTube day off. Thank you, Jill. I like your commentary. It's not about the number. And I'm about the drummer. Jesus only had two. I know that's right, Tropical Punch. Then they know that too. You know what I mean? I've been around here too long, Tropical Punch, to worry about some stuff like that. And like I said, child, I wouldn't even be in this blacked out sector if I was worried about clicks and views and numbers. I wouldn't even be over here. Okay, child. But yeah, I hope y'all, did y'all like the commentary today? Did it make sense? You know what I mean? I just want to put a real spin on things. And I think it came full circle today talking about the Jackie and Chantal situation as it pertains to the age gap, the mom and the daughter. And when it comes to the age gap situation and to what some of the older people be going through around here, like it's really very telling as it comes to the culture, not even online, but just in the world today. It says something about the world in which we live today. Like they have no self-respect. They have no respect for others. They absolutely don't have no respect for their elders. It's just, they have no moral compass. It's just horrible, you know. Two is a crowd. I'm fine with I know that's right, Jill. Me too. Like I said, 1 on 100, child. I'm still gonna get on here and say what I want to say when I want to say it. Okay. Child, please. Ain't nobody got time for all that. I don't have all that time to dedicate. A lot of us don't. But I appreciate you guys for spending y'all time with me this afternoon, honey. Thank you guys for getting me to over 100 likes. Please be part of the replay gang if you came in late. I love when you guys drop down and be interactive in the comment section. I love when you drop down and say replay or whatever you say on the replay under the replay gang. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Okay. I would never disrespect my subscribers like that. Now I done got into it with a couple of subscribers before, but just to blatantly just disrespect, just in general, people watching, just cause they think they can, call them out of their names and all of this and all of that is ridiculous. And I really hope that some of y'all will start, realizing what's going on and pulling back your support if you be disrespected. You ain't got to announce that you pulling back your support because you feel disrespected. Just stop supporting. Because you can look at the videos for free. You don't have to pay nothing. You can be even part of the channel or panel or whatever for free. You ain't got to pay nothing. And if they see that you ain't donating no more and they got enough gall to say something to you about it, you tell them why you're not financially supporting no more. I know that's right, Jill, because you're not, like Jill said, I'm not tolerating disrespect. Y'all don't have to be treated like this. That's ridiculous by none of them. But if you listen good enough, they'll tell you what they think about you, okay? Especially these men. Like it or not, you want to lie to yourself and be like, well, they just talking to, that person. They're not talking about me. Yeah, they're talking about you too. They're talking in general. That's how they feel about you. So pay attention to what they're saying because they just ain't thinking it. Look at Krista. She thought she was cool with KRN and K Fit. Come to find out, they ain't like her ass anyway. Okay? That's why it ain't no people be having too much expectations when it comes to some of these content creators. All right. Thank you, Tropical Punch. Thank you. You ready to work for 12 hours. Child, be strong, okay? And have a successful 12 hours of Tropical. I feel you. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys with that to think about. Thank you guys for joining me. Please be part of the replay gang if you came in late. Please like the video, share the video, comment and let me know what you think about it when the video uploads. And I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna get off here, child. I love the way I love you in the way that Christ loves you. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye bye. Peace.